Welcome to the short talk on my Shakti Yoga Nidra meditation called Deepening the Living Science of Presence. In this session, I share the highest truths in yoga taught to me by my beloved yoga master, Sri Amritji. These truths stand just beneath the power of silence itself. As you move into this practice, you soften into a quiet depth within yourself, where silence rises as a living presence that gathers your awareness with effortless ease. This silence is not the absence of sound, but the most refined teaching, transmitted through energy, speaking without words from the deepest level of your being. Silence is the highest truth, and the words are only a secondary expression pointing toward this truth. Thoughts are even more subtle than words, moving through the inner field, yet your ego mind cannot hear their frequency. This subtle hearing, sometimes called clairaudience, awakens naturally as energy blocks dissolve and the inner veil lifts. As your breath eases and your body settles into stillness, the parasympathetic current of the vagus nerve gently soothes your inner landscape and makes space for the subtle intelligence of Shakti life force energy to awaken and rise from within. As this rising unfolds, consciousness simultaneously descends from the higher realms of your own timeless presence, meeting the upward movement of energy in the center of your being. This softening invites your awareness beneath the movements of thoughts and memory, dissolving energy blocks in the energy body so you can move beyond the lower ego mind and into the natural harmony that welcomes you. In this meeting of rising energy and descending consciousness, silence becomes your teacher and your nourishment, restoring balance to every layer of your being and reuniting the mind with the living radiance of the heart. During meditation, you step into the quiet radiance that holds all polar opposites in perfect balance and unity, the masculine and the feminine, the positive and the negative, and the inner and outer. Here, silence reveals its true nature as the source of clarity, peace, and intuitive knowing. Since words can only point toward the self, through the energy and consciousness held within silence, you return to the timeless presence within yourself, where effort dissolves, wholeness shines, and your true nature becomes unmistakably clear. This opening experience of silence and unity gently prepares you for the deeper exploration ahead. As you rest in this present awareness, you are guided to witness your mind, your energy, and your life without judgment, discovering the harmony and the wholeness that has always existed within you. From this space, the journey unfolds naturally, where you become the scientist of your own being, the observer of your thoughts and feelings, and the living presence of your inner self. You can only experience peace in the present moment. You cannot experience peace in the future. You can only think about peace in the future. When you are at peace with yourself, your mind naturally harmonizes with your energy body. It's the extension of the self that you are now. This is the power of your consciousness. Silence is the voice of the timeless presence. When you are silent, you can hear the voice of the timeless presence hidden within you. God consciousness is already present within and without, inside and outside of you. Silence knows no division. There is no inside or outside. If you are the silence now, you are unconditionally present. You have no conditions in the outer world for you to be silent and to be at peace with yourself. When you pursue the outer world, you are the subject, and the world becomes the object of your perception. As a subject perceiver, you are seeing the world through your own pre-programmed perceptions. You cannot see the mind or the outer world of people, places, and things as they truly are. The mind almost never meets a life situation or a relationship objectively. It notices and judges everything, everyone, everywhere you go. You are constantly evaluating and judging everything. Nothing is seen exactly as it is, and it's hard to accept life just how it comes because we identify with the male ego self that is born separated from the subconscious instinctive energy body of polarity. The thinking ego mind creates duality, the polarity of the self and the polarity of the external world. The ego mind lives in duality, giving us the personal choice to like or dislike. Desire and fear arise together, inseparable as two sides of the same coin. Everything else in creation acts without mental choice. Their instinctive movement is directed by timeless presence, co-creating with what is, without egoic interference. Everything in nature exists in co-creation. If an animal instinctively kills to survive, it creates no negative karma because there is no psychological intention. Our likes and our dislikes are a faculty unique to humans, which creates separation from the rest of the natural world. This same separation also allows us to develop science, logic, reason, memory, and higher faculties. Scientists objectively observe the existential world of polarity without personal preference, revealing the secrets of creation. We must become scientists of ourselves. Our body is the laboratory, and self-observation, called swadhyaya in Sanskrit, is the yogic method. Observing objectively shifts perception from the subjective ego mind to the objective awareness of thoughts, feelings, energy, and interactions. Self-observation uncovers the deeper self hidden behind emotional memory stress. By looking inward through yourself, toward the root of consciousness, you become a scientist of the soul and the scientist of a universe, because humans are the microcosm of the entire macrocosmic existence. Through this practice, you discover the wholeness that you are, which is why yoga is known as the science of self-discovery. In the unmasking the ego self, you return to the divine self and penetrate the mysteries of creation within your own body. This is spiritual science. Yogis discovered universal laws through silence, presence, and direct communion with the energy body. To be a scientist of the soul, you must trust that it offers one thing the ego cannot: freedom from fear. We suffer because our male sympathetic ego is separate from our parasympathetic female energy body. This separation allows the ego to create energy blocks within our energy body, disrupting the natural flow of our Shakti life force energy. These blocks cause division within the self and distort the perception of reality, making the world appear fragmented and reinforcing the pattern of desire, fear, limitation, keeping us in a continuous cycle of suffering. Without this separation, the male sympathetic, timeless presence works in co-creative, harmonious polarity with the female energy body, which is whole and active. It's paradoxical because within this wholeness, there is both stillness and movement at the same time. The stillness arises from the timeless presence within, which does not act or strive, yet it forms the stable foundation of your being. The active unity flows through every thought, breath, and interaction, expressing the harmony of masculine and feminine, positive and negative forces. Yet it does so effortlessly, without disturbing the inner stillness. In this paradox, you are fully present and dynamically engaged with life, while remaining rooted in the quiet center that observes, supports, and sustains all activity. This is how we act from the higher consciousness, responding with clarity and alignment rather than reacting from the fragmented impulses of the lower mind. True empirical experience of the self is revealed when you abide in presence. The seer, the male timeless presence, rests within its own energy body alongside the female energy body. When operating at this level of polarity, the outer world will mirror the peaceful world within. Living in harmony with people and life situations reflects co-creation with the universal laws and burns away karma. The people you meet bring lessons through these universal laws. You recognize this and accept them just as you accept yourself. You are unconditional presence beyond limitations. Now you are the creator of your life, and creation flows through your feminine energy body, revealing clarity through polarity. But the ego masks itself behind layers of conflict with the present moment, forming walls that obscure natural peace. This is the human condition, endlessly repeating patterns of suffering, without recognizing the living source of harmony within us. We divide our inner energy and disconnect from the outer world, carrying emotional memory loops from the past into the present and future, limiting abundance. Intuition awakens only through connection with the inner source. This connection unfolds when the mind surrenders to the timeless presence, becoming objective and aware. That surrender, called surrender to God, awakens Shakti life force energy, bringing intuitive insight and activating self-healing that is independent of effort. We must create space to live in the present more fully. Living in presence does not reject life and time. Rather, life unfolds paradoxically, with doing and non-doing arising simultaneously. You are not the doer, yet all arises. You meet in the equal-mindedness through successes and challenges. Concepts of good and evil and past and future dissolve. You reside in the equanimical with inner balance that remains steady, regardless of changing circumstances. Your awareness is not pulled by preference or resistance, but rests in the grounded neutrality that allows you to meet life with clarity and presence. It reflects the calm center in which the mind and the energy body move together without conflict, allowing higher consciousness to guide your actions. You are at peace with yourself. If you listen deeply and connect fully, you live as timeless being, moment by moment. This is a journey into your own presence, your own harmony, and the science of discovering the self. If you found this video meaningful and you want to explore more, please like and subscribe to my channel, Shakti Talks, to continue the journey together. Jai Gurudev. Hope to see you soon.